Okay, so first off, want to say hey to everybody and thank you for coming back and being here and watching my video. The week two personal testimony video is one that really truly speaks wonders. It's one of those that can truly tell you the testament of where someone come from was their testimony. As it says in Romans 10:13 through 14, for whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed, and how they believe in him of whom they have not heard? Um, so I want to go ahead and tell you where I found my experiences with Christ. And that's truly one of those moments that defined my life. Now, as I kind of mentioned in my post earlier, I was raised by an evangelical grandmother. Granny Judy took me to church every Sunday, every day, really, because she made the bulletin. She led the worship team. It was one of these little small backwoods churches in South Carolina. So it all worked out well. We enjoyed it, and I sat there and I figured. I told her I wanted to get to know Jesus. She took me to church. She kept telling me about him. She kept telling me about him, and eventually I dedicated my life to the Lord. But everybody dedicates their life to the Lord when they're a kid, when you grow up in a Christian home. But when did I truly find favor with the Lord is the better question. There's a couple times that I can truly say, but the one that really stands out would be probably back in 2015. So about 5 years ago now, 6 years ago, depending on if you want to go ahead and count the year. I had just gotten out of the Army, come home, was looking for something to try to find some kind of purpose, and I couldn't find any. And I started reading and reading and reading, and I felt this hole. I just couldn't fill it no matter what. Couldn't fill it with alcohol, couldn't fill it with other substances, couldn't fill it with physical contact of others, couldn't fill it with anything. So I decided that I needed to go ahead and call my grandmother. And my grandmother sat there and talked to me and said, "Son, when was the last time you prayed?" I said, "Granny, I don't really do that anymore. I did that when I was a kid, but I don't really do that anymore." And she said, "Just go pray." So I went in there in the room, started listening to some music she'd sent me. She knew I was kind of more of a heavy rock guy, so she'd sent me some heavier Christian rock. And I was listening to it. Some of the lyrics started to speak to me, and I started singing along. And then I found myself on my knees and I was praying. And I realized that hole that I was feeling was starting to fill up. And at that point, I asked God once again to become the Lord and Savior of my life. And from that point forward, my life continued to progress in a way that one would call miraculous. And I can't thank him enough for that. But it truly is a moment in which he found me and brought me back to where I needed to be. And I can't thank him enough for that, for bringing me such a wonderful place in this world. And all it took was trusting in him and following his path. Thank y'all, and I hope you enjoy.